days, we would collaborate with the teachers, and then maybe we would have a meeting every once in a while. But this principal, she likes to have lots of meetings, which is her right. I can't disagree. I really love the principal that we have. She's very fair and thorough. Hey, Barbie, welcome in. Bree, how are you doing? How are the kids doing? The kiddos, the preschoolers. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 10 minutes after the hour, or 20 people in the room. We'll begin in a moment. Today we are making Halloween moons because we love a good moon in children's literature. Let me show you guys what this is. The one that the East Coast made. They made a purple moon with the black cat, and then this is the model here. They're good. Slowly preparing for fall conferences. Oh, okay. Madonna Browntown is in the house. Madonna Browntown, how is it going? Maria, welcome back. OG Colorado native. Welcome in, OG Colorado native. I was just in Colorado 2 weeks ago. It's a gorgeous state. Yeah, I'm here on time. Yes. Welcome back, Maria. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for Corey, welcome in. All is well. I'm a tiny bit burnt out, but I'm good. Oh, is it work? Madonna Browntown, how are the kids doing? How's kindergarten? How is our journey into kindergarten going so far? Is our friend still loving school? Oh, everything? Okay. Good. That's good to hear. She's doing so well in school. Oh, good. Well, that's nice. I really like that. Kindergarten is always fun. Now, does she go full day again, or is she half day? Oh, she loves to read. That's great. Oh. But if they can read by kindergarten? Oh, full day. How is she managing that? How are the kids managing that in general? I think our district starts half day and then a full day at the second semester. So their half day is going to be coming to an end pretty soon. And then they go full day when they come in. She does fine because... Oh, they did the same in pre-K. Oh, nice. Oh, that's good. That's really good. She needs... I love it. Yeah, sounds like she has a lot of energy. She's here for it. Her energy needs to be matched. Grows too much energy. That's good. That's so good. I'm glad that she has a place to get all of that out. Hey, Victoria, welcome back. Gemini all the way. Gemini all the way. I love it. Bossy. She's a natural leader. That's how we translate it in education. She's going to be a natural leader. But it's true, though. It really is. Like, if you can look at something and kind of figure out a way to do it, you're going to be a natural leader. We'll begin in a couple of minutes. We're just waiting for 20 people or 10 minutes after the hour, which I see that we have done already. She has to be reminded that she's the king. I love it. That is great. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and begin. Today is Project Wednesday. We will be making our last Halloween project of the 2025 Halloween season. Because I'm starting on Sunday, we will be decorating for Christmas. This is the model of what we will be making, a moon, because we love a good moon in children's literature. And you'll be getting to choose a template. We use the witch's hat for the template on this one. And then we clipped it up here. Let me get this right, y'all. Sorry guys, I had to undo my shorts earlier. And then we did, for the East Coast feed, they did a black cat with a purple moon in the back. And they wanted some red sprinkles on it. So, and then we got some glitter for the black cat. Isn't that pretty? Yes, that one's definitely a sleigh. We're gonna hang this one here. There's that one. All right, so I'm gonna give you, while we read, I'm gonna give you guys some choices. These are your template choices. You're gonna get to choose from a pumpkin, or witch's feet. I really like the witch's feet. And if you choose the witch's feet, then we're gonna have to decide what colors we're gonna be using. But I want you to be thinking about which ones you want to do. Do you want to do the pumpkin, or do you want to do the witch's feet? Then, Tanya, you like the pumpkin? We have, for our moon, what I do with our styrofoam moon. For our moon, we're going to use glitter. Wonder Chubs, you like the pumpkin? Feet and pumpkin. Then glue feet on the pumpkin. Who said that? Corey? That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. But then I think we cover up the moon. So your moon will you'll either get to choose a yellow moon. Look at that yellow. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like little yellow stars. Black. I think we'll use the black for shadows. Then you've got an orange moon. Or a blue moon. Somebody said a blood red. Prince Hairflip earlier said a blood red. So we could use that too. We will be using the Mr. Sketch markers to color the template you decide on, okay? So I want you guys to be thinking about that while we read our first book. But in the meantime, we're going to continue the Bears Same Bears Storytime Collection. Earlier, the Bears Same Bears got in a fight. Brother and Sister Bear were not getting along. So this one is, the next story is called, this is such a good anthology. The Bears and Bears Go to Camp. Bears and Bears Go to Camp. It's vacation time. Hooray, hooray. Let's spend it outdoors. Let's get away. They have these really good front covers for the story. There's Mama and Papa Bear. Grizzly Bob's Day Camp. There go the kids. We're all gonna go have fun. It was the last day of school and the beginning of vacation. That wonderful time when little bears could sit around doing absolutely nothing. Brother Bear and Sister Bear shouted goodbye to Teacher Jane and hopped onto the bus for the happy trip home. So there's Bear Country School, last day of school. Everybody's super happy. Everybody's excited. Getting on the bus the last time for the school year. Time to go home. Lots of details here. You have the little trellis at the entrance of the school. It's got the little ivy growing around it. Well, asked Mama Bear after a day or so of vacation, are you enjoying sitting around doing nothing? It's great, said Sister. Absolutely, said Brother. There's just one trouble with it, added Sister. There's nothing to do. So they're enjoying their vacation, but when the days start piling up, that's when they start getting bored. Hey, take a look at this, said Mama as she reached for something that had just come in the mail. Mama's sly because she's like, I'm going to give you guys a couple of days to rest, but you guys are going to have to get to it. Look at Dad's. He's in the back there chopping wood. Cutting down them trees. Welcome to those of you on YouTube. Please join my channel. This is what it looked like. Tired of sitting around doing nothing? Come to Grizzly Bob's Day Camp. Summer fun for cubs of all ages. That's really nice, actually. Some of the things looked interesting, but Brother wondered what fully supervised meant. And Sister wasn't so sure about that overnight sleep out. It sounded a little scary. So some of the activities that they would do, swimming, canoeing, arts and crafts. We love arts and crafts, sports and games, nature study, fully supervised. Sister Bear's like, I don't know about sleeping over. Right, Tanya, it is better than school. Where is this camp? Asked the sister. Not far, answered Mama. How will we get there? Brother wanted to know. A bus comes for you in the morning and brings you home in the afternoon. Sounds a little like school, said Brother. Well, think about it, said the cubs, and went back to doing nothing. Well, not exactly nothing. They picked a few wildflowers. So as Mama's acting like they're going to get a choice. Oh, did you, Tanya? Yeah, I cried every day when I went to camp. Yeah, I couldn't. When I was a kid, I wouldn't be able to do that. They chased a few butterflies, turned over a few rocks, and thought about it. Mama, could we try Grizzly Bob's Day Camp just to see if we like it? They asked. Of course, said Mama. Oh, you always get homesick? Yeah. A couple of mornings later, Brother and Sister were in camp shorts and t-shirts, all ready and waiting when the bus came. It didn't look much like a school bus. Well, that's what's the one thing about camp is it is set up like school, but you get to do fun things all the time rather than the things that you don't. And you get choices too. Dad TL Cubs, welcome in. Welcome back. And Grizzly Bob didn't look much like Teacher Jane, and the camp didn't look anything like school. Well, at least they got to come back, right? You got to leave, but come back. Ooh, look at this. This is exactly what we're making for our project. Grizzly Bob had built his camp beside a lake at the edge of the forest. There were big log buildings, a flagpole flying the camp flag, a big bulletin board with the camp rules. There certainly were a lot of rules. Some interesting paths, a roped in place to swim. There was even a big red canoe. Looks like a pretty good setup. They have all the activities ready. There's the main office. There's the arts and crafts building. Grumpy Pumpkin, welcome in. Bob had made name tags for the cubs. You're campmates now, so you better get to know each other, he said. Then he took them on a tour of the camp. There was an office with a desk where he did all his paperwork, and a first aid corner full of bandages and things for cuts and bruises. There was a rec hall to go into when it rained. Rec was short for recreation. So there's all the things to do in the camp. There was a picnic place and a barbecue pit where they roasted hot dogs for lunch. Sister burned hers a little, but she traded with another cub who liked burnt hot dogs. That's a good detail. Bob announced that after lunch they would all climb up Spook Hill to the very top of Skull Rock, the special place where they would have their end of camp sleep out. Oh yeah, now it's a little scary. That evening, Mama and Papa Bear were eager to know how the cubs liked camp. It was okay, said Brother, but they sure have a lot of rules. It was all right, agreed Sister. They sure have plenty of bandages and stingy stuff for stingy stuff for cuts. But what they were both thinking about was Skull Rock and the end of camp sleep out. Especially Sister. Sister couldn't get it out of her mind. They were like, yeah, it was okay. They didn't knock our socks off. And they're kind of eating, going, And look at Sister. She's like, I don't really know if I like that Skull Rock and the end of camp sleep out. I get it. I get it. The second day was different. Brother had a great day. He passed the swimming test and was allowed to ride in the canoe. Sister didn't have such a good day. She played dodgeball and some of the cubs threw pretty hard. The third day, Sister had fun. She got a star for a birch picture frame she made in arts and crafts. But Brother hurt his knee in the wheelbarrow race. So you've got all of the cubs doing fun activities throughout the week. You've got Sister Bear. You've got Brother Bear doing things, excelling in canoeing, not liking dodgeball. And she did get a star for a really good friend for her arts and crafts. And then Brother's doing the wheelbarrow, but he scraped his knee. The fourth day, both of them had fun. And every day after that, so much fun that they forgot about Skull Rock and sleep out. Almost. Hey, Cat, welcome in. So they're having, they're going on with their camp activities throughout the week. Sister Bear seems to be, acclimating. She's having a good time. She's found what she likes. Brother Bear seems to find what he likes. But she's still thinking about that sleep away. She's still thinking about it. She's like, think about it. Papa found the sleeping bags that he and Mama had used on their honeymoon. And when the camp bus came on the morning of the big night, Brother and Sister were ready. Sort of. The climb up Spook Hill wasn't so hard this time, even with backpacks. The cubs were strong and tough from their summer of camping. Tomorrow would be field day, the last day of camp, when their parents would come to watch their games and contests and see awards given out. But for now, all the cubs could think about was the big sleep out. It was just beginning to get dark when they reached Skull Rock. So the week has gone by. Mama and Papa come, see the awards that were given out, get to see all the activities they got to participate in. And the big night is coming up, Skull Rock, when they have to go to sleep outside. Grizzly Bob built a campfire. Then he went into a small cave. When he came out, he was dressed in an old-fashioned costume. Then the cubs sat in a semicircle and the story time began. So there's the guy. He's going to get into a costume and tell him a story. And look at them all getting ready for bed under the campfire. Bob told them old legends of the great animals, the story of the great grizzly as big as a mountain, and soaring eagle who filled the sky, and the mighty salmon whose colors made the rainbow. As Bob told the old stories, the cubs could almost see the wonderful creatures in the firelit smoke as it curled up into the night sky. So this is an image of all the stories that he's telling. You've got a bear, a big fish, a hawk. After the campfire, they had cocoa and honey bread. Then they curled up in their sleeping bags, and soon they were all fast asleep. Even Sister. She was the one that was struggling the most. The next day, Brother and Sister did very well in the field day games and contests. Brother won a trophy for finishing second in the dash, and Sister got medals for the dead bear's float and for her bead belt. It was almost the end of summer. School would be starting in a couple of weeks. Well, asked Papa, how did you like camp? It was great, said Brother, hugging his trophy. It was great, agreed Sister, wearing her medals proudly. But you know something, after Grizzly Bob's day camp, school will be like a vacation. So they worked out really hard. They ended up sleeping that night, far away from their parents. They accomplished a lot. Better than school. The end. The Bearstein Bears Story Time Collection, 10 Beloved Stories by Stan and Jan Bearstein. Bearstein or Bearstein. Let's go ahead and vote. Let's take a vote 1 through 10. You cannot not have a good live without reading of the Bearstein Bears. You just can't. I give that story a 10. Story is good. The illustrations are good. Everything works together in a Bearstein Bears story. So definitely a 10. Tanya, you give it a 9. Maria, good as usual. I agree. What is everybody else thinking? Stacy, 10. Guys, do you like this background here? It's really active, huh? Keeps changing. Stacy, 10. What is everybody else thinking? Mexi Pina, 10. Mexi Pina, thank you so much. Welcome in. Cat, 10. All right. We are going to begin now with Project Wednesday. All right. Did we decide which templates we are going to use? Now, Corey, I really like your idea of doing both of them. I think it's great. The only thing is our moon is only so big. And I think if we put the pumpkin and the feet here, it's going to cover up the moon. Because we love a good moon in children's literature, and you always have to have a good moon in children's literature. And this is the first part that we're going to do. But guys, give me a second, though, because I got to refill my water bottle because I'm feeling a little parched. So give me one moment. I'll be right back. Enjoy the screen. Okay, I'll be right back. Mm. I was thirsty. Okay. Let's put this over here. Which color glitter are we going to use for our moon? Are we going to make a yellow moon? Are we going to make a orange moon? Or are we going to make a blue moon, once in a blue moon? Which color are we thinking? I don't know anymore, and then Jesus is king. That's a great combination to have. Looks like Tanya yellow, Wonder Chubs yellow, Rachel yellow, Michelle Fitz yellow. Okay, let's go with yellow. So we're going to use this this is the first time we're using this yellow. This is really pretty. Now the thing with this project is that we have to be really liberal with our glitter. Meaning that the best way for it to show is if we use a lot of it. So we're going to do that. We're going to put our templates aside. And the way we're going to do this, okay, let's put these away because we don't need these anymore. The way we're going to do this is we're going to spray and apply. Spray and apply. Because we want to make sure that we get the whole surface. Okay. And what we're going to be using, the Elmer's multi-purpose spray adhesive. If you've never used this spray adhesive before, I would suggest getting it. It's the best thing ever. Ever. All right. So what we do is we're going to take this and then spray it. You want to get a wet surface like that. And what starts happening, I think the chemicals in this start eating away at the foam, so it gives it like a really nice moon texture to it. So then we're going to start just sprinkling, dusting it with glitter. You have to dust it. Okay. And then we're going to lock in the flavor. Lock in that flavor so we don't lose any of that yellow. Okay. Spray it. Dust it. We're going to really use this glitter up. Yes, Stacy, very vibrant. And then we're going to lock in the flavor. Lock it in. That's going to be a really pretty moon. Look at that shimmer so far. You guys picked a good color. You guys picked a good color. Spray it. Dust it. And then lock in the flavor. Spray it. Dust it. And then lock in the flavor. Guys, look at your moon. Look at how pretty your moon is going to be. Look at that shimmer. Look at that sparkle. Isn't that glorious? Doesn't that make you happy? Put aside all the things that are happening in this world And just give yourself a moment of happiness. Spray it. Season it. Season it with glitter. Lock in the flavor. Guys, look at how pretty your moon's gonna be. Maria, isn't that gorgeous? Let's fill in some of these gaps here. What I want to do, because sometimes the glue will lock in the flavor a little bit too much and then we lose the shine. But we want this thing to be shiny. Okay, guys, there's your moon. That's going to be so pretty. Look how pretty that is. That looks like a real moon. That looks like a real moon. Okay, let's dust it a little to get the excesses off. Right, Maria, it is. I think because it doesn't show as bright, but if you get a really good yellow, you're going places. You're going places. All right. So we just finished our moon. We're going to put this aside. We're going to let it bake for a moment. We're going to let it bake. Now, did we decide what our template is going to be? So we're using a yellow background. Do we want to use the pumpkin or do we want to use the witch's feet? The pumpkin or the witch's feet? Pumpkin or witch's feet? Which one are we going to use? While you guys decide that, I'm going to clear this out of the way because we're going to have to use some markers to color, but we're going to need a soft surface for that. Wonder Chub's pumpkin. Does anybody else in the peanut gallery like to choose which one we are going to be using? Okay, I think we're going to go with the pumpkin then, because a lot of people are either busy watching. Hey, John, welcome in. Busy watching or falling asleep. But that's okay, because that's what the whole live is about. To put the East and West Coast to bed, one book and one project at a time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take out the orange marker. John, how's everything going? What's going on? Here's the orange. I almost got scared for a second. No, that's pink. What happened to the orange? Uh-oh. Oh, you just got off of work? Oh, that's okay, Maria. You're not feeling good? Guys, let me look in the basket really quick and see if I have the orange in there. Some ain't right. Oh, let's use a Sharpie instead. We're going to use the orange Sharpie. Oh, you're home now. John, where are you working at? I think you've told us before. Okay, so we're going to take the orange marker and we're going to outline. Oh, you work at a gym? Oh, nice. That must be really nice. And then we're going to outline. We're going to outline the areas that we want to do first. And then color in. Just like that. John, how's school going? We're going to outline those signs. I'm going to fill that in. Good, I'm working on homework right now. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Well, I am. Well, you're very young, John, so you can do that. I remember having the energy to do that, but my brain is done by 3 o'clock. Can we do a purple hat and yellow stars? Yes. Mexi Pina, I think that is a good suggestion. Okay. Yeah. And young with no kids, I can do it with no kids. Yeah. Now's the time to do it. We're almost done. Having a career is like having kids. Once you figure out what you're going to do with your career, you have to work at it and let time pass so that you can get good at it. And you want to have that foundation built already so that when the kids come, you can move it aside and focus on the kids. All right, there is our pumpkin. Let me get these little crevices. Not that I know, because I don't have kids, but in all the time in my career, I was like, at the beginning, I was like, do I want to do this for the rest of my life? You know, am I going to stay in this relationship for the rest of my life? Yes, I did. Did we have a lot of ups and downs? Yes, we did. Did I almost want to leave? Yes, I did. It's just like a relationship. But we've been together for 18 years. We've gotten used to each other. And now we're happy. Okay, so there is our pumpkin. We're going to put a little bit of black for the shadows. A little bit of black. Hey, Jim Glott, welcome in. All right, and now we're going to do, let me see, Mexi Pena said we are going to do a purple hat and yellow stars. All right. Let's do a purple hat and yellow stars. The purple. This is grape. That's how we know that it's purple. I want to make sure because there's several shades of blue in here. Smells so good. John, the East Coast, they did a purple moon with a black cat. Now see, the tricky thing with the two dark contrasting colors is we didn't get to see. This is the model right here. We did an orange moon and a blue hat. This is our last Halloween project for this year. For 2025. It went by fast, huh, guys? We started August 22nd. We started with fall. We took fall all the way to September 22nd, which is the actual first day of fall, and then we switched over to Halloween. So from September 22nd to today, we've been doing Halloween. On Sunday, we start Christmas. I know, right? Stacy, it did, huh? John, I agree. You have to enjoy it. Otherwise, if you wait, like, till the end, it goes by quick. Fall goes by quick. Christmas goes by quick before you know it's going to be Christmas time. Stacy, yeah, Christmas is just right around the corner. Let me do these little, I'm going to do the hat in yellow. Oh, thank you, Miley. I appreciate it. Melly, online, I think of an idea. Like for this one, I was thinking, I wanted to do a moon. We haven't done a moon. We haven't done a project for a moon. We haven't done a moon as a project, and we love a good moon in children's literature. Look at your guys' moon, how pretty that's going to be. So I thought, why not have a moon? But then I also thought, well, that if we do a moon, that's going to go by really quick as a project. The project has to last at least an hour. And then I thought, well, what can we do? And I thought, well, how can we make a silhouette? So then I thought, well, we could get a template. We can get a template and put it in the front to make it look like it's a silhouette. And then I'll just start researching. I go on TikTok and I look for crafts, kids crafts involving, you know, I use Teacher Pay Teachers. I think of like projects that I remember seeing when I was in the classroom. I'm gonna do this part off screen, guys, just because these stars are small. And I want to make sure that the yellow pops. YouTube Shorts has a lot of good stuff. You get a lot of good ideas from people around the world. They do things with, you know, pipe cleaners that I haven't seen done here in the United States. And you know, they have their own crafts that they consider that are different, like the chenille stems. The pipe cleaners, like the Asian countries, will do a lot of like origami stuff with chenille stems. And so I try to make it. Thank you so much, Lola. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're finding comfort in it. Okay, so there is our pumpkin. Mexi Pina, great idea on these two contrasting colors, really nice. What should we color this? The little belt. Should we do it orange as well? Guys, this smells like grape. It smells really good. Or yellow. Oh, a green. 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 Okay. Let's do a green. A dark green. Yeah. Hey, Psychedelic Mods, welcome in. Dark green or light green? I'm thinking the dark green. Yeah, it was a good choice, guys. You guys did really good. Dark green? Okay. And then on these insides, should we do a yellow for like a yellow glow? I think we should do a yellow glow. Yeah, the green is a good idea. A yellow glow inside. Okay. So we're gonna do a yellow glow. That's really cute. And then I'm gonna make this inside a yellow. Guys, that's really cute. That came out really good. Doesn't it, Stacy? It looks, your guys is gonna look really good. Really good. Should we make this belt buckle, should we keep it white? Oh, black. Okay, the black belt buckle. Thank you. I wasn't sure what we were gonna do with that. I wasn't sure what we were gonna do, but I think you're right. I think you're right. Okay. Yeah, this came out perfect. Guys, excellent job. Excellent job. All right, now we're gonna cut it out. Let's put this over here. Doesn't it, Lola? I love it. It is so cute. Now we're gonna cut it out. And then, Melly, the templates, they have a bunch of, Google it, put free PDF template, and then whatever craft you want to do, like free PDF pumpkins, free PDF cats, and you'll get a whole bunch of selections. Sometimes you have to pay for the really cute ones, like Etsy has a lot of them. You get the templates on there. I haven't decided yet what we're gonna do for our first Christmas craft. That comes up next Wednesday. I want to do at work tomorrow. I'm gonna do some research to see what kinds of crafts are out there. I took down the Christmas bucket or the Christmas crate with all the stuff in it, and I was looking at some of our crafts, and we've really upgraded because I was looking at our crafts and I was thinking, is this what we did? Who did these? So maybe I'm thinking of maybe starting again. I want to do a wreath, a Christmas wreath, a small one for I want to do a Christmas wreath for the first project. I'm thinking of like green tissue paper, because you can fold green, you can fold green tissue paper back and forth, and then open it up like an accordion. Maybe if we do like a round shape, and then we could put little embellishments, red embellishments on it. But tissue paper is kind of really sensitive to glue, so I'm not sure if that would be a really good idea. But stay tuned. Stay tuned to see what we come up with for our first holiday Christmas craft. Let me fill this in a little. I don't think this is the right color. Yeah, it is. There's some little white patches on here, so I'm going to fill that in. Yeah, we should do a turkey. An ode to Thanksgiving. Ooh. Look at those bright colors, though. Aren't those colors great? Let me fill in. This is really cute, guys. Really cute. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the glue gun. We're gonna fire up the glue gun. Let me bring that in. We had to charge it, so it's on the charging docket right now. Fire up the glue gun. And then we're going to get the chenille stems, pipe cleaners. Let's do the orange because there's orange one. Could be great. I'm going to get this. And this is what's going to make the 3D effect for the pumpkin. Let's fire up. I forgot to fire up the glue gun. What we're going to do is we're going to cut these in fourths. Then we're going to take this and we're going to make this little bend here. Like that. And that's what's going to stick behind the pumpkin. do is we're going to apply the glue gun. We're going to stick the glue like that. Okay. And then we're going to make it stand up like this. Nothing fancy, nothing elaborate. We just want to make it stand up because we're going to we're going to use this to stick it in so that it sticks to the moon. Apply. And let dry. So you want to get something like this. Apply and let dry. Then we're going to poke 2 holes using a paper clip or the scissors. We're going to apply 2 holes. We're going to apply a hole here first. Actually, I'm going to do it here. I'm going to apply this hole so we could then stick this in here. And then our second hole, so you can see what it looks like. This is just the first hole. This one was a little challenging. Let me glue it. Let's glue it in there. I think once we get it glued and then it stays, we can move it around. I'm just gonna pour a bunch of hot glue in there. Just so we can get it to stick. Let me fashion it correctly. So we're gonna have our pumpkin up here. It looks like a moon in the background with the pumpkin. Didn't that come out really cute? Now the last part for the clip. I like to use these to so we can hang it. Let's see, let's make sure I get this correct here. Because in children's literature, you always have to have a good moon. Let's see where we're going to put this last one so that we can make sure we see it. Let's take this down. We need to move Mr. Owl out of the way. Guys, isn't that fun? Look at that tree. It's a gangster of Halloween decorations. Aww, I'm gonna miss our Halloween tree. Look at how pretty that is. Bunch of gangsters. Look at them. They're all having fun. Let's revisit and see what we have. We made our bat. We made our bats, Halloween bats out of rivets. Doesn't it look really good, Maria? I love it. We just finished our moons. Love a good moon in children's literature. Our scarecrows. Our squirrels. Our ghosts. Love these ghosts. Our owls. Always have to have an owl in children's literature. Our Marilyn Monroe ice owl. I know, right, Stacy? Spooktacular. Yeah, it does look really good. Our acorns. We got our squirrel in the back there. Our black bat. What else is hiding in the midst? Oh, our one scarecrow. He's hiding in the back because he's just a little bit too big. Guys, there's so much glitter behind this tree. I gotta clean it up. There's our one. Who made this one? Was this the East Coast or was this the West Coast then? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should keep the white owl out because she's like a snow owl. Maybe the other owls too. We'll put them on the Christmas tree. Who made this one? Was this the Hey Tanya, welcome back. Was this the East Coast or was this? I think this is the West. I think this is the East Coast. Melly, the ghosts. West Coast, Tanya. Oh, okay. We took you go to Michael's. If you go to Michael's, they have these little fabrics. We've been wanting to introduce fabrics into our Project Wednesday. They sell these for $1.99 and they're the right size. If you get a styrofoam ball this size, this fabric will fit right over it. Melly, were you here to see when we made these? Hey, Suri, welcome back. This is our East Coast, our West Coast. She's got a lot of glue gun there. We're a little embarrassed. So what we did was we took the styrofoam ball and we did like a really tight squeeze. I got yarn and then I like tightened it so you could get this really tight squeeze around it so there's like no bunching. But you could probably do like loose as well. And then she got a little bead necklace. And then you take the fabric and when you tie it, the fabric automatically opens up like this. And then you get the adhesive spray and you spray it so you can move up the little things like this. Like this black ghost right here. We tied up his little sheet to make it look like he's holding his head. What we did on that one was we just lifted it and glued it like that. These honestly are so cute. This black one. I love this black one. Creativity. Creativity. We just can't make when it comes to crafts, we just can't make it out of paper and some markers. We have to be extra. When people see our decorations, they're like, why did you have to do all of that? Because we're extra. We just can't have it a certain way. It has to be a certain way. We just can't say, well, let's do it this way. No. We just can't say, well, why don't you? No. We just can't say, how about? No. It has to be a certain way. If it's not this way, the extra way, it's not worth doing. So pretty. Just to see when you made them. Yeah, Melly, it was really fun. They were really cute. It's such a cute tree. And then our little pumpkin and our little ghost. I didn't show you guys, but we're going to, yes, fabulous and fantastic way. We're going to replace our ghost. We're going to keep our candle. I'm trying to find a little ceramic Christmas tree like this. But we're going to decorate our little mantle here with, I found these at the Dollar Tree. It's a necklace. They're light up. It comes with a little battery in the back. I got 2 of them. So we're going to string it here so it looks real Christmassy. We're going to have to reorganize this because everything's kind of disheveled right now. Then we'll have our Christmas tree in the back. It's a big it's a 4-foot Christmas tree, I think. Yeah. And then we'll have Christmas things in the back. Super excited. Lots of fun things gonna happen. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining us today on Project Wednesday. You guys have been a fantastic audience. Thank you guys so much for the 6,000 likes. Really appreciate it. Everyone, if you are on the West Coast and you're going to stay up just a little bit past 11 or 12, have a good night. If you're on the East Coast and you are way past your bedtime, you know better than us how much sleep you need. So enjoy that time. John, get your homework done. Make sure you have it ready. Maria, have a good night. Hope you feel better. Hope you don't get sick. And we will see you tomorrow. Alrighty, friends. Have yourselves a good night. Take care.